extending infinitely farther than one can imagine.
This is where Artax drowned in the mud.
Oh yeah, I remember this place. We have to pay memories.
Yep.
This is Nurgle's lair, as so accurately put. It's diseased and rotting and reeking, and there's all these like poisonous flowers and carrion birds and gurgling flesh coming from the ground, black and putrid. Uh, there's boiling water and frozen ponds right beside each other, mud geysers, and there's like acid rain and sleet that's like the size of daggers. It's really not a great place.
Damn, tell me the bad stuff.
In fact, as soon as you got here, you encountered some rapids along with the undead rising up from the water and trying to pull you down with them. And it only got worse from there. Um, so whirlpool, undead, acid rain was hitting you. It was crazy. She managed to pull out of the river and get back on path, uh, taking the river Styx to the city itself. The city, the capital city, is named after the realm, like with most layers of hell. So this is Minoros City. Um, it is known as the Sinking City, and while not as large as complex as some of the other capitals, it is still massive. A small layer of water covers the lowest parts of the city, sometimes rising as high as 5 feet, but the entire city is layered in a thin sheen of oily slime and dark, brackish acid rain and mud underfoot. You have arrived. I believe you went to a tavern to lick your wounds.
Yep.
What did we name that tavern? I can't. The Golden Circle. Yes, yes. A gold band wrapped around a person's neck. Its figure sits in hangman's arches. The wooden signboard welcomes you. A tavern that looks almost nostalgic. Um, Oddly like a tavern from your own realm. A slice of home. You
Lots of weirdos
all
up in here.
are here. Indeed, there's a wide variety of people. Whereas before in the upper levels you saw demons in frothing battle and devils who live here along with anguished souls, but Minoros is home to all sorts. It is one of the most open layers of hell. No magic barriers or defenses or devils that pick up new people and torture them. Mammon lets all in and all out as he sees fit, and you see strange creatures here and there, as long as familiar ones as well, elves and men and devils and tortured souls, as expected. As mentioned, a strange illithid, which definitely caught your eye. Not something you see every day. Along with fish people, uh, but you're here, and you had paid for rooms, as I had stated. The currency here being memory and emotion, feelings, not something so simple as gold. Mammon wants something else, surprisingly. So what do you do, all of you?
I'm wondering how we can get some of Mammon's gold home.
Yeah, he might be able to.
Just hug like a huge gold statue and just word of recall.
He's waiting so bad to use that at the right time.
It's in the holster. He's ready.
Like it's primed.
He's
I'm,
like any
I'm
other paladin. He's got that bubble hearth ready.
what y'all don't know is I could be over mentioning this so that I can do something else fucked up. But you don't even know.
I'm sure that you'll find a way.
Life always finds a way.
All right.
I guess I'll kind of gauge the room, see if I hear anything unique or concerning, since we're going to be traveling through here.
Give me a perception.
Perception. That is a 27.
Hmm. Let's see. Some people are worried about Mammon's curse, and you hear a few humanoids, elves and humans that seem to be an adventuring party themselves, and they're talking about how to avoid it. It seems to happen at random. You can be cursed by Mammon for being particularly useful to him or displeasing him. It seems that it's a blessing and a curse in his eyes. They're discussing on how to avoid it at most possible. Um, a few people are talking about all the treasure they're gonna find. A few poor souls are talking about the emotions and memories they lost in this realm and how they hope to retrieve them. And yeah,
While he's
stuff like
doing the
that.
listening and stuff, what type of memory is the guy looking for a night in the inn?
You already paid. Souffle
We
gave
have.
him his
That's right, he
one
did.
of his recipes from the land of the cats. Back, I can't remember the country name off the top of my head, but you were there and he learned a recipe, and he gave him one of the recipes he learned. And again, it's not like a mind wipe necessarily. It's not like a Men in Black flash.
It's there, it
Like
just
it
doesn't
just
have any
changes you.
sentimentality to it.
Yeah, it just changes you, and your memories are who you are. So it changes you.
It's more so you just become numb to the emotion that that memory has.
Did we level up last time? Are we 16 now?
We're 16 now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure I had all my stuff.
Would everybody get this level? I'm curious.
I found out that I crit on 19s and 20s.
Mm.
I took a second level in Warlock to change some things.
I got at least one free cast of a Paladin Smite.
Oh, fist smite.
Yeah. I also got to choose a fighting style, and I think I went Blessed Warrior, so it gave me 2 cantrips. Gave me Sacred Flame and Word of Radiance.
I added 5 damage to my Eldritch Blast.
Pretty significant.
And if they hit, they're knocked back 10 feet.
I like that enhancement in Baldur's Gate. I dare you to stand on a ledge.
You only make that mistake one time. Well, then, if that's the case, Silas is probably going to go ahead and go to the room and sleep. Rest. Since I've already clicked the long rest button.
The rest of you doing anything?
I'll go to the room and
I'm
rest as
gonna go
well.
ahead and rest.
Yeah, take a long rest.
My 37 health is screaming.
Heal and repair. Yeah, thematically, maybe you spend like weeks resting. Kind of get used to stitch your wounds, heal long term.
I think maybe a week at most.
That's not how damaged you are. But there is magical healing to help. But just like it's not like blink your eyes and you're better.
I took a nap.
Yeah, magic healing doesn't take care of those aches and pains.
It
You
was
get
a
half
really,
healing here anyway, right?
it was a really good nap.
You guys heal and rest and refresh. Ready for the future. What do you do?
Are we here to meet someone specifically?
No, this is just the first place we found that we could
Yeah.
rest after the bullshit we went through.
Yeah.
You'll have to do some information gathering.
So we're definitely not running into Mammon.
You
No,
might.
but part of the reason why we're here,
John's like, nope. I'll make sure that doesn't happen. Nope. No.
no, part of the reason why we're here is to fulfill our temporary slave contract.
Yes. Queen, I can't forget about her, but one thing at a time.
Oh,
That's
what are we
always
doing for her
fitting on
again?
your
We gotta get
her.
her amulet from her sister.
And her sister is on what plane?
This one.
Mineros.
Oh, this one? Oh, fuck. Okay.
All right, so let's see. Um, do we know her name?
Yeah, Queen Nitsa. She's been with you for a while.
No. Do we know her sister's
No.
name?
Oh no, you do not.
I assume we would have asked at some point. I'm just, okay. I ask her. Hey, I'm gonna be like, hey, Queen, whatever. What's your sister's name?
Zusha.
Susha.
Zsusha. Zusha.
Zusha.
She says, she
Zusha.
speaks to you haughtily as always, like a queen, which she is. You can see a bit of worry and dread in her golden snake eyes, though, even as she treats you like a peasant. He speaks like, my horrible sister will get what's coming to her as I take my rightful place as matriarch of the family. But even if she says this, you see a bit of worry creep into her words.
So is her sister just like really nice or something, and that's
Yeah,
why
she's like
she hates
really
her?
kind. Yeah,
Yeah.
she rescues orphans, I think.
And she's just like horrible, horrible.
Rescues orphans, has a goat sanctuary.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I'm trying to think of like what she would see as horrible, and it's either really really bad or it's like really really good.
She's been nice to you guys. She's just tsundere, whatever that word is.
Sundare. Whatever. I don't know how to say it either.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I guess we can go. I'll go to the elephant's not still there.
Roll perception,
Didn't we kill one of your illithid characters?
probably.
This motherfucker's trying to go again.
16
He's a weird
plus
looking
8,
illithid.
24.
The illithid is here. He seems to make very little. He seems to not be in a hurry. In fact, his feet are up in front of what could be sort of called a fire. The wood from the cursed trees burns a dull green and doesn't produce much heat. In fact, it just produces a smell, you would say. But he seems to relax. He has a cup of tea, in fact. His fishmen, uh, terrible, pitiful looking things, flank him on either side, awaiting orders.
Are they Kuatoa?
Yes, something like
Yeah.
that. But they're tall and more humanoid, but they seem to be a version of them.
Oh, okay.
Fucking
Um,
fish people.
Sorry,
I'm
I
gonna
had
go
to
up.
step away to help Jessica with something.
Oh, sure.
It's all
You're
good.
good.
I'm gonna go up to him and say, "Oh, hello. I've seen you here a bit over the past week. How are you doing?"
His long head kind of falls down into the squid umbrella opening kind of way. It doesn't have a humanoid head with tentacles. Instead, it has a long, rectangular, squid-like top head with large eyes and no mouth. And he speaks into your mind as he greets you kindly. He has a very debonair, very high-class speaking way of speaking. A
Deep voice.
kind, charismatic voice that you sure isn't supposed to put you at ease, so he can eat your brain, I'm sure. But he says, "Greetings, traveler. I have seen your group as well. Powerful people you are. I can smell the experiences on you as we speak. It's an honor to meet you."
Uh, it's an honor for me as well. My compatriots and I are looking for someone, and we were wondering if you could possibly point us in the right direction.
I suppose I
Yeah.
can try.
Yeah, we'll let you eat her brain.
I wish we had somebody we could sacrifice. James. We're looking for Zusha. Did I say that right?
Yes,
believe
I'm
so.
rolling a dice.
It's like I'm rolling it right now.
Ah, yes, the Queen Snake's sister. I sense the fear and hatred and the breaking of family ties within her mind. Though I do not know her or where she is, I'm afraid. I apologize for my lack of knowledge. I, hunting my own treasure here as you are hunting yours. I've been researching Mammon, but not the creatures from the higher echelons. I say as he rolled low.
Hmm.
Are you looking to meet Mammon?
I fear that would not be in my best interest. Even a creature as me might be tricked by him. I seek to go treasure hunting in his trove, though.
Mm. You may not want to speak that too loudly in his realm.
No, no. As you are strangers here, you would not know, but the ineffable trove is where he seeks to build his qualia.
His what now?
He sees with his big, black, empty eyes the ignorance on your faces, and he seems happy enough to speak to you all, you hearing the voice in your head. And he says, the Golden Lord is building his own weave, a 10,000-year journey to buy his own magic. All the emotions and feelings and memories here that serve as his currency are building that tapestry as we speak. He welcomes people to seek gold and riches, of which there are, within his trove, for you will certainly leave a part of yourself behind. The
It's
weave
kind
he's
of making
building
sense.
is called the qualia.
The quality.
The world will get very interesting if he succeeds.
Hmm.
The weave being the source of arcane magic. He's building his
Yeah.
own separate, his own backdoor into it.
Well, that's pretty badass.
It's like fire magic, and then but it's his own flavor.
Yeah,
It is actually kind of neat. It'd be a neat class to base off of that.
like a qualist, an emotions user, I guess.
Yeah, that would be
Pretty
pretty
sick.
cool.
I mean, it just makes you a psyker at that point.
Yeah, yeah. I'll grab that and stick it into a D&D page.
So,
Hey, if you want to bargain for Mammon to make you one, I'll allow
so what would your main attack be as someone who uses emotion? Bipolarism?
it. Yeah,
Bipolars.
you'd remind them
Edginess.
of the embarrassing thing they did in 6th grade.
I feel
Well,
like you would
we
have
said
to also
emotions,
steal stuff
not
from people,
depression.
like memories and shit.
Oh yeah, yeah. Forget how to use a sword attack. That'd be pretty cool.
I think it'd be neat if you stole a memory and okay, Garrett, you have to come up with that memory and then we have to remember that or take a
Hmm.
note on it and then that acts as sort of like a spell slot or something.
That would be a really
It would
cool
be
daily boon type thing. You can only do it once per day, and it gives you like a plus or an advantage to your an attack, your first attack every day or something like that.
well, we can hash it out later.
Yeah.
It is pretty neat though.
Huh.
If
Well,
you seek answers, you may find it there. All answers would be there, but the price for it may be something you don't want to pay.
yeah, we're trying to avoid Memon if we could.
Listen, man, I forget shit anyway, so I'm all right.
Most mortals like you make a bargain and they trade something they think is worthless for a great treasure, only to discover that they've given away something that they can never replace.
Maybe I have already, and I don't even know.
You are in Mammon's realm. Would you remember if you made a deal and lost something important to you?
Ooh.
I don't know. Maybe I've forgotten an entire person. Another brother, perhaps.
Once you give the humility that you think is preventing you from seizing your destiny, or the sense of duty that restricts you from seeking greatness, then you are truly in Mammon's palm, thinking that you're on top of the world when you've given a part of yourself that makes you you,
Mm.
your very destiny given to the Golden Lord.
Hmm.
Down here, those nebulous qualities enter his dreaming trove and take on a tenuous reality. But that is the information I can offer you. Should you seek answers, I would say there, but I would tell you that there is as much treasure as there is danger in equal regard.
Hmm.
Let's get this bread.
As a being of infinite intelligence, my greatest weakness would be hubris, and I wonder what all yours would be.
Mm.
Sure, we could figure that one out pretty quick.
See, I have this sore on the back of my ankle that's a bitch.
I think I had that in college.
What would you pay to get rid of ankle psoriasis? What memory would you give?
God, what did I pay?
Uh, well, I'll thank him and just kind of tell him I appreciate the advice and his direction, and then I'll head away from him.
I wish you all luck. Perhaps our paths will cross again. The two
Oh,
fish in and
before you go, what is your name?
I don't have a name. You can call me what you wish.
Mm.
We don't use
What's your,
names. He's an illithid or a hive mind.
what are we gonna name him, guys?
Name him.
Don't ask me. I'll name him something fucking stupid like Squidward.
See you later, Squidward.
Squidward. A noble name.
I said,
Wish the fish with a wish.
We can name him whatever, as long as we can know who he is
I mean,
next time
that's
we
what
see
he
him.
said. He doesn't have a name.
We should name him Bob. Bob the Illithid.
I'm the
Um, he says, "Oh, yeah, you may know us as brain eaters, but if it were so simple as flesh we needed, we could easily be heart eaters or kidney eaters. But as the memories we consume, the emotions, we use the qualia as well. So perhaps our paths will cross again, noble adventurers." And
Perhaps, and then I'll head out.
his fish, what's the word for brainless, like servitor? There's a specific
Thrall?
word. Fuck. Thrall. His fish thralls bow in tandem as you leave.
Oh, they're his guys.
Hmm.
Okay, now we got to find somebody who knows Zush. Is it Zushen? Is that right?
Susha.
Zusha.
Zusha.
Hmm.
All right. I'm sorry. That motherfucker's name is Tentacles. Let's go.
Works for me.
Garrett's like,
Garrett makes a note. I hate everyone.
It's better than Squidward.
it's better than Squidward.
Um,
Farewell, Tentacles. And he's just like, what an
I'm gonna
ass.
go talk to Queen Nitsa.
surprised you didn't name him Squilliam.
Squilliam.
Squilliam would have been good.
Wait, I changed my mind.
Too late. It's set in stone.
Still playing the cash register, Squidward.
Jeez.
Devastating insult to a wannabe musician. God damn. You have to do it like that. Uh, the queen is flanking you, engaged in these conversations as well, but this is not her business. But as you turn around and she looks at you with her golden snake eyes, tall and huge, many-armed, she says, "What is it, my pet? What can I do for you?"
I'll say, is there? Do you know any way to find your sister, or do we just have to try to find her another way? I mean, do you have any access to her whatsoever?
She looks almost remorseful, but she says, uh, "It's been several hundred years since our last contact. Time works a little bit differently here than for you mortals. I'm not sure where she would be.
Hmm.
Somewhere dark and gloomy that she can take control of."
I'll say, Queen Nitsa, you are not being as forthcoming as you should be. If you want to find your sister, you need to help us out more.
You dare call me a liar, you peasant?
No, I just propose that you merely omit the truth.
I assure you I do not. What truth do you think I admit? I omit.
I think that you know where to find your sister, and you just like to watch us squirm.
As much as I do like to watch you squirm, the faster we get this done, the faster I can take my rightful place as matriarch of the family and go back home. You can roll insight if you wish.
It is a insight. It is a 16.
Mm, If nothing else, the Snake Queen seems honest to a fault.
Mm,
Often too honest.
You win this time, snake bitch.
You're gonna have to look around, do some investigating,
All right.
maybe even some adventuring.
I hope Steve Irwin sticks you in a fucking bag, lady.
She shudders at that name.
while
He's
Steve
like
not
9 foot
Irwin.
tall and has like 30 arms, but I think Steve Irwin could still take her.
while not
Shivers.
calling her a beautiful Sheila.
Yeah. Those
Crikey.
Oh,
are,
she's angry.
does does she have any connection to any like religious affiliation?
Um,
She's probably
not.
like a minor demigod or something like that.
Well, I'm trying
Um,
to think if there would be some kind of like connection with her and some like religious sect that we could try to find.
he has a direct connection to Zauriel, who was like a demigod sort of thing, because that's their realm that they
Like
share.
an archdevil or something.
Yeah, the leader.
Would
Of
He's
there
the
be?
he's asking about the sister though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Like,
mean, it's
would she
probably
have
the
like
same
some
type of
type of
thing.
connection?
Mhm. The Snake Queen, in her beauty, seems a little taken aback by your question, and a foul, dark shadow crosses her face. And she seems to think about this for the first time that you had mentioned it. And she says, "Well, if she's come down here, I wonder if she's abandoned Zariel, and maybe even made a deal with Mammon. I had not considered that."
She could be trying to take herself a piece of the weave, you think?
I would not put it past her. That may, this great, uh, she, you see her almost say, like, maybe foolish, or doomed, or foolhardy, but she thinks better of it. And she doesn't add any biting words to her description. And she says, perhaps this great endeavor by Mammon is what attracted her to here in the first place.
Hmm.
Well then, I guess we're going into what was it called, Garrett?
Which part?
The city.
The the wherever the treasure hunters are going.
The ineffable trove.
Looks like we'll be going into the trove anyway, boys.
This is going to be one of those
It's where
Aladdin situations where we're not allowed to
Qualia is
touch
being
anything.
made, correct?
Yeah,
Diamond in the rough.
it's
Yeah.
where it's being stored and coalesced into something real.
All right, let's head that way.
As you get started, gathering as much information from this one tavern as you can, you enter the city. City proper, if you can call it that. Foul and sticky, wet. It's not a pleasant place at all. You see a few things, and do a few things. It's called the Sinking City for a good reason. You notice that sections of the city are slowly sinking back into the swamp. Very New Orleans-like, as people desperately shore and devilish overseers whip chained laborers, both mortal and fiend, who struggle to prop up.
the other side.
We're just straight up in New Orleans in the 1600s.
You see Russell
They,
Crowe mounting a makeshift jet ski.
they they struggle to prop up collapsed buildings with rotting timbers or magic.
Like Venice.
They make they try to push out the water with either magic or raw effort, trying to shore up the sinking city in an endless, doomed battle for all time down here. Let me see. Who's unlucky? 1, 2, 3, 4.
You know
So
it's
says
me.
my dice. 3. It's Pitch.
Yeah.
Pitch makes me dexterity saving throw.
Oh, you fucking know it. Hang on, let me find the gayest dice I have. That's 15.
You're pulled into a swampy pit as you spectate this big group of construction workers, for lack of a better term, trying
Jesus
to
Christ.
reclaim this collapsing building into the black muck and like quicksand. Your heavy armor pushes you deep in, and you're up to your hips before you know it.
I swear to God, if I hear something about a corruption point, I'm fucking leaving. I'm going home. I fight to get out of the pit.
Give me something,
Strength.
whatever. Sure, use your muscles.
I would assist.
Okay,
It is a 16, but I got a +3, so 19.
pretty good. Yeah, the two of the strong boys try to, he helps you out there, trying to pull you out of the muck. It's very quicksandy, bog-like, as you're heaving. What the would would be the overseer is a large chain devil, and he's dragging this heavy, huge chain that he uses to whip the workers. Um, Hulking mass of muscle, and red skin and horns. He says, "You strangers are messing up this operation. You're you um you're destabilizing the area."
We're sorry. We'll move along. Come, fellas.
Yeah.
Seems we are
get
not
out
wanted
with it.
here.
No, not so fast. I think you need to stay and help out a little bit since you already messed up this section.
I'll
Heading
pull
down.
out. I'll
I
pull out
command,
my
and I
sword
tell
just a
him
little
to
bit.
flee.
Whoa, one at a time.
Okay.
One at a time.
James first.
It's DC Wisdom 18.
He's like, maybe you gotta stay and help with the. Since you already fucked up some of the ground. He's like very angry. Like, or maybe you pay for what you've done. And you say, flee. You
I'll
rolled a
say,
seven.
how dare you address me, you common demon.
You rolled a 17.
He fails.
He drops the chain, and he like starts walking quickly forward, backwards, and turns into a sprint in the other direction, leaving you alone.
Let's keep moving, boys.
Okay. Well,
Smile and wave. Smile and wave. Smile and wave.
I mean, somebody tried to extort the new people in the city and didn't know what he was getting into.
I didn't want to fight him, but I also wanted to make him look stupid. So
I was going with an intimidation roll, so
I feel like with demons, they're just like they're like dogs. If you growl at them when they're growling at you, you're just gonna get in a growl fight.
oh, that's true.
What else? As you're walking through the city, you notice that whereas previous place you were in had kind of lock and stock guards, and had a retinue of soldiers guarding the place and keeping in orders. Here it's a little bit more dramatic. Devilish enforcers known as wardens stalk the streets, looking for escaped souls or rebellious mortals or anyone that Mammon doesn't fancy. The wardens strike imposing figures in blackened armor. They have tinged with gold stripes, like fool's gold, whatever it's called. Yes, you see one of them holding a mortal by the face, and he's dragging the guy along. His grip on this black plated gauntlet on his face as he drags him. The guy's legs kicking. He pays you no mind as he walks by.
Mm. If I save this guy, it's just gonna be like 700 more in his place.
Poor soul.
Yep.
He must
I
pay
don't
for
think
his
it's
crime.
business right now, even though I would help him in the real world. He's down here in hell.
Yeah, we'll keep walking.
As you walk through the city, you notice, with your previous info gathering, the Curse of Mammon, or if you played Baldur's, I suppose. Mortals who have been cursed by Mammon, bodies slowly turn to solid gold.
Yeah, I do recall that.
You see some of them on the streets. Um, they are sort of a second class, uh, even though some call it a boon of Mammon. You can see the misery in their eyes, as it very clearly is a painful process. There's sort of a pseudo homeless class. Not that there's like uh, a real economy down here, but they sleep outside and are shunned, not wanting it to catch superstitiously. You see even a couple of full converts, gold statues, standing perfectly in place, still alive somewhere deep within. Mm,
So wait, are we seeing like kind of homeless people with like gold arms and legs and stuff like
yes,
that?
yes, you are.
Okay, okay.
Must be
You
sucking
gonna
rich and homeless.
you gonna chop some of stuff off?
Am I gonna chop their arms off?
Mhm.
Uh, no, I'm gonna
Maybe.
do what I do best. I'm gonna preach in the streets, baby.
That may not be a good idea.
I start
I was
calling. I
about to
get up
say
on my
that's.
soapbox. I
I
start
feel like
calling to the people. I start telling them about the glory of Kosuth and how I can save them from their goldish
maladies.
nightmare.
Uh, getting your fire and brimstone preaching on. People are interested in you, and as you promise some respite from the gold-touched curse, some of them are like, "Please, please, yes, my life. Get the gold off of my skin. It burns the flesh inside and out. Please heal me, and my soul is yours."
I'll say, I have everything to offer you, and you nothing to offer me. Other than your soul?
I have nothing else. It's all I am. My memories, my feelings, take them all. Just get this burning ichor of gold off me. You see some of them have gold going up to their necks as they stiffly move like statues towards your preaching sermon.
I will say, Kosuth has been generous on this day. I can save 3 of you.
Mm. Yeah, it's like a spell slot or something. They look at each other and a fight breaks out. It's like, please, I have a daughter. She's young. She needs me. It's like, no, I feel it burning my neck. I can't breathe. All I smell is this burning gold and my flesh within it. And some are even farther along, not able to move their legs. They're being carried by people who apparently care for them or are tending to them. It's like, please, he only has days left before he is really nothing more than a statue.
James, how
Uh,
does that feel to embrace your inner Joel Osteen?
That's exactly what I'm channeling.
I will. Does anybody have a knife?
Yeah.
Just toss it out
What
there.
are we doing here?
Hey, I
Sweet
take the
gold.
knife. I take the knife and say, "Sacrifice each other for Kosuth, and the three of you who win are the ones who will."
Oh my god, you going Joker with it?
I tend to agree.
Silas just keeps walking. He has nothing to do with this.
It's like I'm a paladin. I'm a paladin. I'm a pure boy. I'm a pure boy.
They look confused and remind you, out of meta. It's like, sir, we are in hell. Our deaths be nothing. We will simply rise again, trapped within this realm.
How does that work if they're killed for Kosuth?
It's
I
like
don't
the
know.
guy.
I think we steal their souls actually. For if because it's supposed to be like a flavor thing. Like their soul. Like if we kill them, their souls will go to Kosuth's realm. I don't know if you want to do that here. Maybe like the magic here is stronger than that.
Well,
Yeah,
that's what I
that's
was
like
saying.
two layers away. You're in like
Yeah.
their realm now. If it was
I
on
know.
Earth, then for sure, but or not Earth, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Technically,
in
I
the
could
material
banish
world.
them, and they would go to wherever they're from.
Yeah, but you can only do that one at a time, right?
No.
He's like, I have a mass banish.
No, I can banish 5 targets at the same time
Oh, damn.
with my eighth level slot.
Well, how?
Garrett is like fiercely writing down.
Garrett's like, I gotta fucking remember this 5. I gotta give him 7 motherfuckers,
Yeah,
so that 3 of
7
them
dragons.
stay, and that he just keeps the 5. Like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
Every enemy comes in the 7 now. Feels 1/7 as powerful as you were yesterday.
Son of a bitch.
Oh.
As you decree that, Ash, they look confused, but not quite wanting to give up to their small sliver of hope, even if they don't understand what you're going for. And, they begin fighting, trying to get to your knife that you hold above your head after your decree.
Oh man. Well, if I had known that they wouldn't be banished over to Kosuth, I couldn't have said it.
Well,
No.
at some point,
let them
I
do
will
it.
watch them fight for a little while, and then whatever
Just-
the result is that we're about to get, as soon as like 3 people have kind of made themselves separate, separating the men from the boys, we'll pick those 3.
Judd's like, no, let him cook.
Let them cook.
Let them fight.
Yep. Let
A
them.
small handful of people have a bit of a brutal fight. Perhaps not as meaningful as it would be on your realm, where death is so permanent, at least in your perspective. But here, they may have died 1,000 times by now. You never know. Seemingly some sort of contest they take to it, viciously smashing, slashing, slamming each other. The ones that are least gold touched have an edge over the more immobile golden statues, of course. And after a while, 3 remain.
So we want the 3 best fighters.
Apparently.
So how many? How many killed themselves?
Well, got killed. We'll say 7.
7.
Sure.
Shame. It's a
Lightning's
shame.
arbitrary.
Shame, just a shame.
Yeah. So how many of
They
those was
will
affected by the
rise.
dagger I gave Ash?
Oh God.
Oh, can John's soul stealing dagger actually take their souls?
No. We're in
It, it
hell.
it makes it hard for them to be resurrected. It just severs them from the arcane plane.
Yeah. Forces of hell are a bit stronger in its own backyard, I'm afraid. They will rise again, stuck here for eternity.
All right. So before you bless them, James, I want them to what's the word? Give themselves to Kosuth.
Repent.
Yes, that's a requirement.
Repent, and
That's a
thou
main
shalt
factor.
be saved.
Well,
I say
Joel,
whatever deals that you've made with Mammon, you now make a deal with me and my lord.
they happily do so, renouncing all that they were and are for a brief chance at respite.
I don't like this. I don't feel like somebody's about to get a gold foot. Is all I'm gonna say. Either that, or he's gonna get a gold foot broke off in his
You look
ass.
at me and my fingers are already starting to turn to gold. It's like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, they all have reflect cast on them, just so you know.
yeah.
Do you cast the spell foolishly, Jameson?
I do.
Foolishly?
I do. I cast remove curse on the 3.
The curse does nothing. It does fizzle. For a moment, you're paralyzed, your magic seemingly going haywire for a minute. In your mind's eye, you get a glimpse of something, your magical force giving you second sight into a deeper analysis of the curse, though you cannot cure it. Give me a Arcana or Religion check.
I got a +6 in religion, so we're gonna roll with that. And I'm not gonna roll this fucking dice anymore and that one because they fucked me already. We're gonna roll this one. It's a dirty 20.
Good enough. A difficult check, but in your mind's eye, as you are paralyzed, as the magic rebounds to you, giving you a second sight, a little bit more into the curse itself. You see, in somewhere in Memmon's infinite hoard, um, pieces on a sort of chessboard, a patterned game board, and you see small figures of pure gold moved around by Memon at his callous will. And each one bears the face that you see upon you, and you see dozens and dozens stretching out as far as you can see. To cure them, you have to break their peace. That is what you see.
So they just sit there and I haven't done anything, basically?
You kind of like go into shock, and you're shouting fire and brimstone, calling Kosu's names. Everyone is in rapt attention, and you just stop and freeze, seizuring a bit.
Seizuring a bit.
I'll kind of rub my forehead and be like, oh, it appears Memmon's grip is too strong for me.
Like, I'm just not feeling it today. I'm a little tired.
Yeah.
It happens to everybody. The people undeniably are crestfallen. You see them openly despairing and weeping. They they seem to assume this was just another jape, another pain inflicted on
Jab,
them for
yeah.
being here. Yeah, a little bit of hope to dash salt in their wounds.
I truly apologize, people. I thought I could help you. But it appears that hell is far more cruel than my spells could cure.
What? That's that.
Well, I was trying to get some followers, but I don't think they like me anymore.
You
Break
gave
that
an effort.
curse.
Give me 1 second. Let me turn on the fan. Hold on.
He's got to go make notes about how horrible my character is.
You tell me fucking Patrick didn't get a corruption point for that shit.
Well, you successfully tortured people who were
Oh
already
my god!
dead. Good job.
Look, we're all. I'll turn around and be like, guys, look, we're all frowning now, but I'm sure we'll be laughing about it later.
It feels to be a bitch.
You just got pranked. There's a camera over there and a camera over
There's a
there.
camera there, camera over there. Oh my god, this is horrible.
You can tell them what you saw, I guess.
I love how we came to hell and made it worse. Can I just?
It's what we do,
Garrett,
baby.
Garrett is just dancing in his seat right now, and he's like, "Yeah,
You guys are right where you belong.
Oh my
according to
god.
plan."
It's gonna be time to leave, and Garrett's gonna be like, "Leave?
Yeah, no, you're home.
You're already home, baby."
You're an Avengers level threat.
And it's just Josh rocking in the corner, going, "There's no place like home. There's no place like
Yeah.
home. There's no place like home."
The moral compass.
I became a paladin for this.
I think you mean anti-paladin.
Well, I always wanted to be a Hell Knight.
Yep.
All right.
Well, we'll soldier on after being dicks.
Don't we always?
Yep.
Indeed. After having experienced some of the ambiance of the city, you continue, unless there's anything else you want to do or look for.
Nothing I can think of.
You sure there's no one
I
else you
did
want
want to
to kill
seek
again?
an enchanter out for those weapons we got, but that's not super important right now. That can be between session type of thing. Just want to take the bane off of them, and just have the boon.
Can that be done?
Not with Garrett. No, he always wants you to have a bane.
So true. So correct.
And I told Derek that since he wanted to play with us, and he's like, "Oh, I really like that your DM does that." I was like, "You'll like Garrett then."
Yeah. All right, we soldier on.
We soldier on. Let's see. On. Looking through some stuff. Nothing left to do in the city. At least nothing you want to look through and investigate. You continue on, going back to Kotom and TX as they wait for you about your business. TX is sullen and grumpy. You see him looking like a bit of a toddler. I wouldn't suggest saying that to his face, but he has his arms tightly crossed against his chest and he looks unhappy.
What's wrong, TX? You get your penis stuck in the fan?
Not what I was gonna go with, but here we are.
Did your pudding pop melt?
He says, I hate it here. Nothing makes sense. I can't have any fun or tell tall tales if everything's a tall tale. Who cares?
You best get used to tall tales. You're living in one.
I'll I'll approach TX and well, TX, the whole purpose of this realm is memories and trading thereof and receiving and such. Wouldn't it be best to make your name a tale within this realm?
I don't like memories. I hate memories. Memories are a pain in my ass.
Well, it sounds like you're a rich man here.
I'm not
He says,
saying...
I don't care about memories because I... And he stops himself. He says, because I like telling stories.
Well, you don't have to trade any memories for anything. And I'm not saying that you make any either. What I'm suggesting is that you become a story in this realm. Make the name Tiax
Despicable.
be heard.
Despicable.
No, thank
He
you.
wants fake stories.
We need to get out of here as fast as we can.
Garrett, whenever
Sorry.
he's stopped,
Hmm.
like could I do an insight check to see if he was like about to reveal something that he wants to keep hidden? Like
Yes.
my guess would be is that he has no memories and that's what he's afraid of. Because if he has nothing to offer, then there's no reason for them to keep him alive here.
Or something like that. Or
I
like he's
can't
just
tell you if
feeling
you're right
worthless
or
here.
wrong, but you can definitely roll an insight for what he was about to say.
Let's see. That's going to be a 15.
You're not totally sure, but it definitely did seem like it was either him finding his words, but it definitely had a tinge of like he was about to say something that gave a little too much of himself away. You never hear TX say anything of relevance to of ever. He's just riddles and little tricks and annoying things like that. But him saying like "I care" is unusual, and he seemed to recede back into himself pretty quickly.
TX, do you remember the first time we met?
Of course, that was kind of fun, he says grudgingly.
Is there any type of emotion with that?
No, just his grumpy mood. He does seem to remember that, just as far as you can tell.
But no like types of dissociation or anything like that?
No, no.
Okay. Interesting.
We need to get some info on this snake lady. Patrick,
What
you
is it?
trying to talk?
No,
Oh, I just saw your thing moving, and I couldn't tell if your mic was messed up.
no, I'm good.
All right, where can we acquire our snake info?
What's around this city? Like what's in here?
There's well, let me see my map. The
Map.
Ineffable Trove is one of the largest and most prominent parts. Within it contains a lot of what the realm is. It's not just a short swamp or the forest, but it is Mammon's domain. It is where people, adventurers go, treasure hunters go. It's a big portion of the area itself. There is a place called the Heiter. This is Kotam telling you all about this. Um, it is a strange place that uh, waves in Mineros' wind suspended from chains, and it is where chain devils call their home. There is
I don't like
also
chain devils. They're fucking assholes.
they are. There's also a great labyrinth called the Labyrinths of Truths.
Oh god, that's exactly what I fucking need.
It is a vast repository of records and information staffed by devil bureaucrats. Records and contracts and documents and cases in an endless maze, insurmountably complex. No mortal could ever hope to traverse without going mad.
I've
So
seen
let's not
madness
go in the
once.
maze.
Um, there's a couple of other things that Kotam knows a little bit less about. Mm, There is. Well, let me roll a dice. How much does he know? He is your guide. He knows one area that is more of a secret, um, and that is a channel, an entrance, a gateway that Hecate uses, or however you pronounce it. I like Hecate, but people do Hecate. Um, the great witch, the dread goddess, the dark moon goddess. So she has presence down here. And that's
Does
all
she
I know.
share? Does she share those presents?
You'd have to ask her.
Let's share them presents, girl.
Are they
It is
wrapped?
Christmas.
Oh yeah, you didn't want to do a Christmas session, Garrett, where we like fight fucking Santa?
There's,
Like
I mean, there's like
Krampus?
In
100.
hell.
There's like
Santa is
100
like a
clauses.
Tarrasque level threat. Okay,
He is. He's got to be like beyond level 20.
he is.
Moving
He is
times
like
the speed of light or whatever.
he is like the scariest Fae that anyone could ever fight. It's. I want to say that's what Matt Mercer like equivalized it to with his. It was just like because the only way they killed him was because Travis stabbed him in the back.
God.
Jesus.
Fellas, I'm
So
not.
you have lots of options. The Trove is probably the main area where things are going on. The Heiter would probably be more of combat and horrors and pain, but you might be able to, flex some muscle and who knows what. And the Labyrinth of Truths might wield knowledge if you pay the price or know how to seek it correctly, and maybe even searching for the mysteries of Hecate, the witch herself.
Hmm. Fellas, I'm
Oof.
I'm not sure. What do y'all think? I mean,
I'm not going in that fucking labyrinth. I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah.
yeah, the labyrinth probably holds us a better chance of getting whatever information we need, but with the highest risk.
Though to not spend 9,000 sessions, it might just tell you to go to the Trove, since it's kind of a point of interest. It's a Mammon's area. So
It's the arrow.
Yeah.
that,
I think
that
the
would be
Trove is the.
that would be like a main quest pointer, but you guys have a lot of options. It's your
I have a
world.
feeling that our DM tires of being in hell.
No, I just don't want to drag it out for the rest of our lives.
We've spent a good 3 months in hell now.
I trimmed so much fat off this content too. I just have all these cool ideas, but it's like,
Oh
no,
my god, what are we not
Maybe.
doing? Can I hear those?
maybe
I mean, there's a lot of shit we could have done in Avarice, but we basically kind of just scooted through there like it wasn't
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh, there's some cool stuff.
We
All
either
right.
like side quest super hard or like we either main quest super hard and no side quests.
Well, we're kind of as the group. I think we're kind of in like a crunch right now because it's like, okay, well, we got to get to the string before the enemy does.
True.
Right.
So I think that's the reason why we're not really in a side questy mood. Is we need to make sure that the string is safe.
True.
At least that's where Silas's thinking is like, okay, the string is the number one priority. If the string dies, bad shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I
All
say we
right.
finish up with the queen, do what she needs.
I think
and
last time we dilly-dallied
refocus.
too much, we did lose a string.
Yeah.
yeah,
to
the
be
first
fair.
one.
Yeah,
Alright, so-
ours.
So we're off to the Trove, right?
Off to the Trove. Did you guys see Meadkin's animation that he put out recently?
Which one?
The
I've been
Disney-
watching a lot
Disney
of his.
adults.
I have not watched the Disney Adults one. I didn't realize it was an animation.
It's
Someone
like a
linked
full
it to
episode.
me. Yeah, like someone linked it to me, and I thought it was like one of his like commentary videos, which I always watch his commentary videos. But I want to say I'd already seen him talking about Disney Adults, and I was like, did he just re-upload it? So I need to watch it now. I didn't realize it was an animation.
It was insane. I don't know what made me think of
His puppets are some of the craziest shit I think I've ever seen.
that. Yeah, they're
the-
cool.
Margaret, the fucking oven, like it's like a demented Pee Wee Herman's in the future, and it's just like, what the fuck is going on?
I like it already.
You should go watch some of his like where he's eating the uh oh
I feel like I'm gonna hate this. Whatever it is.
no
It can get a little
so
gross.
he it's funny because his humor is kind of like ours, uh and it's just those episodes where he's eating stuff and then he has Margaret in. He was doing doomsday meals, so it's like the bucket meals, the stuff that you can go buy that
Oh
doomsday preppers
God.
have. So he bought every doomsday bucket and tried
He's like
every meal
rating
out of
them.
it. Yeah, and he's rating them, and he's just
I mean,
like,
it's got to
dude,
be the same shit as a MRE.
oh my god, some of that shit is just I don't know how it's edible. Like
Uh,
he had some type of oatmeal brand that was like a strawberry oatmeal brand, and it looked like a fucking cow tongue.
Gross.
And
oh.
he's just like, I.
You know, I'd be so mad that I spent like, $50 a barrel or whatever people pay for those things, and then like I open it up and it's just like this inedible garbage.
Honey fudge.
Uh,
As you traverse the river Styx yet again, onward down through hell, you see all the things I've described as you pass through the endless swamp. You know, it's this horrible Papanergal area. There's these horrible bloat flies, these horrible mosquitoes they're the size of cats, ready to fill up on your blood. Um, the trees push off this poisonous pollen constantly that twinkles like starlight. Dead rise up from the ground and then sink back down, sucked into the bog in this endless cycle. This horrible, nightmarish, grim swamp you're passing through. But as you approach the ineffable trove, you all feel 1,000 fragmentary voices bubble up through the filthy water and hang on the branches of the gnarled trees along the creepers and the moss. Wails of chattering and wild laughter, screaming and begging, echo back and forth, incoherent and piecemeal. Sensations wash across you in waves, overwhelming you with brief moments of grief or joy. The pools and hollows around you begin to glow with nameless eldritch color. You find yourselves inexplicably weeping or laughing with no rhyme or reason. Despair and rage and euphoria swirling around you like storm clouds.
All right, who lets the mesh out?
To enter the dream-like barrier of the ineffable trove, you have to willingly give a small piece of yourself away. You see the river approach a sort of shimmering, barely there refraction of the light, marking the trove's entrance. And to enter it, you must pass a small wisdom save to force yourself in. As you
oh,
slowly
I'm
lose
gonna roll a
control
1 on this
of
shit.
your emotions.
Ugh, it's gonna be a 1.
I got 18.
Hmm. 8.
All right, I'm gonna really roll it.
25.
Just trying to pick my poison right now. All these dice have been mildly good to me. No one so far tonight, but nothing amazing. I really haven't rolled over like a 14 or 15. I just have pluses that compensate. Oh, 27. Okay.
Souffle, what'd you roll?
8.
27.
Oh, Souffle. Uh, Souffle, what's your favorite negative emotion?
Hmm. Probably rage.
You feel a blood boiling rage at entering this burial. Something about it seems so horrible It's an insult to even have to cross into this realm. You spit on Mammon's face in your head, just for the insult of approaching you with this. You feel you're so mad you can't see straight. Stars are popping in your eyes and your veins are bulging, and you firmly declare you will not go into the trove.
Sorry, fellas. I can't do it. I can't.
What?
It's too much.
You'll try again
It,
later.
it's something that I'm not going to continuously experience.
Well, party, your first barrier comes from within. What do you do?
Pick him up and bring him with us.
That's fair. That is an
Yeah.
option.
Well, I didn't even consider that.
But your friends are non-consensually picking you up. You gonna punch them?
You can fucking try.
You could fucking try.
All right. What do I need to roll?
Strength against strength.
Sure, I
Resistance.
guess. Depending on what.
Like, I don't want to go. I don't want to go.
Yeah, I assume Souffle, you're just like hitting
He's like
them.
fighting, but not
Yeah.
hard. Yeah.
That's
Well, no, pretty hard. No, he's in you guys.
that's a 26 for strength.
God damn.
I have a +7. I
12.
rolled a 19.
Souffle is not that strong.
No.
You're not insane, Souffle. You're not like literally killing them, but you know when you get in a fight with your friend and it gets a little too serious. And you're really hitting each other.
There's tears. There's a little bit of blood.
Yeah, yeah.
It.
There's a point where it gets like, oh, we're just fighting. Yeah, yeah. Like brothers. Yeah, you guys are gonna take some smacks from Souffle to grapple him. Souffle, roll me like probably 6 attacks. Just give me a
Everyone's just watching us drag him in there, and he's like, ah.
Give me a D20.
Ah.
D20 plus strength, please, using your fist.
So
Oh, I'm sure TX is having a good
So,
time with
a
this.
D20
Yeah.
God,
plus
it's not Josh's fist. Jesus Christ.
a D20 plus 0.
Oh, well, yeah, okay.
First one.
Well, you're getting a little manhandled, but
First one, 19.
good. Well, what's
Second.
your AC? I forget.
16.
It's like, yes.
Macy is a 16.
My AC is a 19.
No
Yeah.
wonder you're fucking dead all the time.
And James, yours is 21.
I wouldn't be dead if my fucking shield wasn't stolen by a fucking magma blacksmith.
Bitch. Yeah.
He chomped on
What's
that
my
one.
AC?
Yeah,
22.
21. Oh my goodness.
22.
Alright. Second attack,
Mhm,
8. Third attack, 11.
Okay. Yeah.
Fourth attack, 18. Fifth attack, 4. Last attack, 11.
Damn,
What-
John's rolling like me tonight.
One of those would have hit me.
Oh, do you want him to at least like slap the shit out of Josh or something?
No, this is just
Okay.
Souffle. You guys grab him, muscle him down. Souffle, for his innumerable good qualities, is not the most pugilist man on earth. But he does get a few good punches in. Nothing to ungrapple himself necessarily, but you guys are going to have some black eyes and bloody noses as he attacks your face.
That's okay.
Silas is used to it.
You force him through the barrier. That is certainly one way to deal with it. Okay. Sorry, Souffle, you got outbidden. Outvoted.
Fuck.
No, you're coming.
As soon as you cross the barrier, the rage ends, as though it was never there. You feel this, the adrenaline drains out of you, leaving you with kind of a almost cold and tired feeling, and a little hungry, like you just went through this horrible stress, but you can't even remember what it was about. And Pitch has a shiner under his eye, and Ash's nose has a little bit of blood. Were you helping too, Silas?
I was helping.
I don't think anything happened to you, Silas.
I mean,
think you're
I am built like a brick house, so
Yeah.
it probably he probably
What-
went to punch me, and it just kind of like glinted off, and it's just like, the hell was that?
If one of the many lumps are new, you can't tell, Souffle, but you guys had a nice family fight. and you feel a little better. As you pass the dreamlike barrier.
As we're carrying him, I got his feet, and it's just, we love you
Yeah,
too.
yeah. This is for your own good. I put in the chat. I mean the roll 20. What you see if you wanted to take a look. Is this? You're still in the swamp, but there's this strange ethereal aura to it. This fog of well, it wouldn't be the arcane. It's something completely different. These emotions wash over you in waves, leaving and coming as quickly as you can perceive them almost. This strange, twisted, giant land. You feel like you're um, ants in this huge new world that you don't belong to. As you enter, there is a cost. Cost of doing business here will be decided once. Who's first? Souffle, can you roll me a d12, please?
A D12. Where is my 12? Right here.
See,
10.
Garrett, you're getting everybody ready to play Daggerfall. Or Daggerheart, excuse me.
What's Daggerheart again?
That's Matt Mercer's and them's game
Oh,
they
yeah.
released where the players, basically all the players need are two D12s. Such an interesting system. I was watching it there yesterday, and it's just like, this looks really fun to play.
We gotta try it out. But you are assaulted with the memory of dying. This is more positive than it sounds, but somewhere you nearly died. Maybe you even did and were brought back. Do you remember this, Souffle? Is
Yeah.
this a real memory? That's up
Yeah,
to you.
it's a real fucking memory.
I walk in the door and I get my neck shattered.
Yep.
I'm never gonna live that one down. I thought it was anime as fuck, but you had to be the sacrificial lamb for him to do it. He's a gravity mancer. He turned your neck really hard. Come on.
It was the funniest thing. He's like, he just walks into the door. Oh, by the way, Souffle, your neck's broken.
You can only do it once, and you fail to save. You play the cost, quote unquote, that memory pulled away from you. While you still remember it, of course, maybe some of the rage you felt, the vindication, maybe the fear. What does Souffle feel seeing his death so close at hand in that moment? What did Souffle feel?
Um, it was probably the the surge of fear and how agonizing it was just to relive coming into the room and seeing everyone getting the shit knocked out of them and then
Mm-hmm.
being picked up and thrown as the gravity shifted and having my neck snapped.
A very fair response. You feel that memory leaving you a little. And maybe that works out well because this is a boon. This is one of the boons. Um, some aren't good, but yeah, maybe that fear leaves you a little bit. And though you're infinitely charismatic and brave, and no one would ever doubt you, maybe that fear is in the back of your mind somewhere deep. But you feel it leaving you a little bit. Maybe that'll make you more confident or more reckless. Only time will tell. But Soothflay, you get a free cast of the Death Ward spell.
Oh,
Ooh,
wow.
Once and only once.
He'll
free
remember
cast.
that shit. We'll be on the final fight, and he'll be death warding himself.
Yeah, if you want to hold it that long,
I
He
more
will.
power to you.
You know I fucking will.
Garrett,
Uh,
remember back on 12/19/2024,
it's like 20, 27
six
over.
six long years ago, we were going through this swamp of souls, and you gave me the Death Ward spell.
Get fucked. What about you, Ash? Can you roll a d12 for me? Maybe you'll get lucky, maybe you won't.
11.
Hmm. You remember something narcissistic. Was there a time where Ash was a bit of a narcissist? Whether you think that's a bad thing or not, Ash?
Mm.
Do you remember being a bit greedy with yourself or a bit too confident, perhaps?
Um, no, I can't think of any times that I was like that, but I'm sure that one of the guys probably can.
This is probably a bad
The
place.
character's too new.
Yeah.
This is probably a bad place for Patrick the player too. It's like, remember this thing?
Well,
Remember you?
we haven't really done anything with Ash to
Yeah,
know,
that
so
too.
this is something he's got to bring about
The
himself.
lore.
Well,
Lore.
as a high level warrior of Kosuth, you have probably had moments where you chose vanity over honor, or you felt that you were Kosuth's chosen and that you were better. These kind of things fill your mind pretty often. And as a follower of Kosuth, they aren't necessarily a bad thing at all. He believes his followers are better, and he rewards those that are. We, if you want to come up with something for the next time, maybe you could, or we can
Yeah,
just hand wave
I'll
it for
start
now.
thinking about it.
But the next time you would attempt to cast a beneficial spell, heal, or help an ally, you must make a DC 15 Charisma save first,
Oh,
My.
or
okay.
you simply don't.
that's
I'd rather not.
that's not so bad.
You feel a little of the narcissism deep within drain away, just a little. Well, maybe it'll change you, maybe it won't. Just a smidge. You feel that feeling of superiority adjust a little bit deep within. What about you, Pitch? Roll me a d12.
My God, my God, it's happening. Uh, it's a 2.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, you know it. You fucking know it.
That was just kind of funny considering some of the stuff we talked about. But
Jesus Christ, what?
you uh, reflect on a memory of charity. Was there ever a time you were charitable?
um, when was I charitable? Like
You
whenever I
Maybe,
was passing gold out in the street.
yeah, something like that.
or
Finger
what
pumping
about the
assholes
time
with
that
dogs.
you were? Yeah, I was about to say the time that you were actually in the church before you were finger blasting.
Finger
Yeah,
blast.
yeah,
Like I,
Gargoyle.
yeah, but the Church of Gargaros wasn't very like charitable.
I mean,
No,
James, you could also say that being charitable, you're charitable whenever you share the word of Kosuth.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
oh, you sure you want to say that, bro?
that's a good angle on it. You reflect on your words, Pitch, and how powerful they are. You are a war singer without peer. And you think about gold and how useless it is. Gold is an abstract uh, thing of this reality, whereas Kosuth lives in the beyond. You think about how worthless gold is, and you um, renounce all gold and wealth for 1d6 weeks.
Does that mean I just put it on the ground?
You have no interest in it. You could give it to your friends, or throw it in the trash, or make it a
But I
net.
still have it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
1d6. Watch this be like a fucking 6. It's a 2.
Okay. A short stint, probably before you even leave hell, really. But there's a change within you, Pitch. This one's a bit more specific, but gold and wealth have no interest to you whatsoever.
Son of a bitch. This is gonna piss Kosuth off a lot.
Well, you could frame it as you're looking to the more metaphysical things. Power isn't just wealth. It's the
Yeah.
riddle of steel. It's the power of flesh. But you do feel yourself changed by entering this place.
I'm not like, oh my gold. I'm gonna be like, yeah, it doesn't matter. It's whatever.
In the
I'll
collection
have to think
box.
about that.
Kosuth is like, what the fuck are you doing, you idiot?
You moron. Money is power, you fool. Look at all that gold right by you. Snatch it, take it.
What about you, Silas? 1d12, please.
It's going to be a 5.
Uh, hmm.
See, those are the hums that worry
Oh
me.
yeah. Oh yeah, that's a no, that's a positive, huh? You're about to get like a second dick or something.
Is that positive? Silas, you remember humility. A moment of humility. Maybe that isn't so hard for you as a monk type.
It's one of the first lessons I learned in the monastery.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe the memory, you reflect on the memory of coming in young and full of fight and strength and being slowly honed down into something more than yourself through the acts of humility and patience and zen. Uh, Silas, remembering humility, you can re-roll anything once,
Oh,
forever.
okay.
Just one time.
Anything?
Any roll you can
Anything.
re-roll, just once.
Good God, this is what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What would have happened if I had rolled a 1?
What's a one? Let's see.
I just
Benevolence.
want
You remember benevolence, and you get a healing spell.
to. Oh, okay, so not even bad. I had to get
There-
like the only bad one. It's the other bad one.
I got a bad one.
Yeah, there's some bad ones. Um, the worst would be psychopathy.
Oh my
Uh,
God.
you have to do things, or you'll attack your friends.
Oh my God.
Okay.
Well, I didn't get that.
Uh,
I just don't care about gold. That's fine.
benevolence is good.
Almost forgot that
There's
I
a
had.
there's one that's a victorious battle that gives your attack bonus damage for a little while. That one's probably pretty good.
That
Humility is
sounds
one of the
nice.
better ones. Just Josh, you remember that? Any wisdom save, one of your attack rolls, an enemy's attack roll, anything.
I got it. I got it written down.
You have all entered the ineffable trove. This little exercise meant to show you what to expect here, as your mind is attacked just as your body may or may not be. Your memories coalesce in your brain, and you're assaulted on all sides by things that feel real but may not be, and things that feel fake but may be real. You've already given a little bit of yourself away. Just enter. And now you have to go deeper within.
I really hope that at some point like they try and tempt us with gold or something, and I just don't give a single fuck.
I was thinking about that.
This might actually work really well in my favor.
We'll dive into that next time on D&D.
My God.